Hi everybody, it's Laura here. I am coming to you just for a few minutes today from my phone because I couldn't figure out, Facebook has changed a few things since the last time we were on, and I couldn't figure out how to get on my laptop because I waited until the last minute, but that happens sometimes. I was having some coughing fits. I came home from TECHSHOW a little bit under the weather. And by a little bit, I mean, I've got some antibiotics coursing through my body. So I don't want to have a big coughing fit like I did with my law firm live earlier this morning. So we're just going to chat for a few minutes about some post-TECHSHOW information, basically, and a little quick reminder. So TECHSHOW, for those of you that were there, I hope that we got to see you. If we didn't, then let's make a plan for next year. And for those of you that don't go to TECHSHOW, you can still get some valuable information if you sign up for their newsletters and the Law Practice Today magazine, things like that. So get some good information there. Normally we like to do a little recap of tips that we learned, but today, just because my throat is really dry and I don't want to have a coughing fit on you, I'm going to talk a little bit about a specific track that they had that is very near and dear to my heart, and I know it is to Brooke's as well, and that is their wellness track. So the wellness track, instead of the academic track or the recession-proof track, things like that, that I was privileged enough to speak mostly on the recession-proof track. I was able to speak on limited scope representation and using smartphone tools in order to practice law. And Brooke was able to talk about virtual lawyering and some other things as well. The wellness track, it was something that I heavily attended because that's very important to me. Attorneys, we all know that we attorneys have issues when it comes to taking care of ourselves, doing self-care, making sure to check in with our bodies and our minds and making sure that we're okay. So I attended the wellness sessions for the most part because that's what I wanted to. I wanted to learn some kind of new tools and new things that other people are doing in order to make sure that they're healthy and that they're checking in with themselves. So one thing I'd like to say is that they were not very well attended, which is sad to me. And I think that there's still a stigma in a lot of ways on attorney wellness. I think people, whether it's you work at a firm that they don't believe in it, whether you work for yourself and you just don't think that you have time, it's one of the most important things that you can integrate into your practice, into your daily lives. And we'll talk, maybe we'll more frequently when they're healthy, because she unfortunately came back with, anybody who was there and saw some of her coughing, she has bronchitis, I have an ear infection, just all the sorts of the fun of traveling. So just wanted to mention the wellness being very important to us, and learned some new tricks about really just making sure to take every day and take small steps. Things like your brain is not going to believe things that are not true. So if you want to say, hey, I'm going to go to the gym every day, or I'm going to make sure to stop working at 7 p.m., whatever it might be, maybe do something like, I like the idea that I'm going to stop working at 7 p.m. today, instead of I'm going to stop working, because then you feel like you've failed. And that can cause a little bit of a spiral on not wanting to continue with things that will help you with your health. I also just noticed that in the corner you can see my kitchen, so ignore the fact that it's not necessarily all that clean. I work from home pretty much every day. This is one of those days that it's definitely happening because yesterday I barely even opened my computer. It was not a pleasant Sunday or Monday for me. I would also like to just mention that today is election day. That was kind of the little notification that I mentioned earlier. We as attorneys know more than anybody else probably, that judicial elections are one of the most important things that you can vote in. Here in Arkansas, we have quite a few elections that are up for people, judges that are retiring or not running again, that kind of thing. So if you have judicial elections in your jurisdiction, in your state, in your county, please get out and vote today. The presidential election, the presidential primaries are not the only thing that is happening today, because at least in Arkansas, judicial elections don't have a primary. Today is the day. We'll have runoffs if necessary, but please get out and vote. It's one of those things where I don't get angry super often, but one of the things that will make me angry is when people complain about things related to politics or, what's happening in their government or that kind of thing, and then they didn't actually vote. So you have the ability to have a say. Apathy is not something that is a good excuse for not voting. So please go and vote. I know I'm talking about wellness and then I'm telling you to do something, but that's kind of what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off because I can feel the tickle starting and I don't want to have a coughing fit on you. But either Brooke or I or both of us will be back here next week. And I'm not going to give you the times because I can feel it coming, but it's noon Central next Tuesday, and we'll have some more substantive information for you. But just know that, I'm lucky that I have a great partner and that I have the ability, because I work virtually anyway, to stay home and take naps and things like that yesterday because I wasn't feeling well and I'd been to the doctor on Sunday. I know that not everybody has that ability, but please try to figure out small ways to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and that you're the healthiest that you can be. And that's my preaching for today. So you guys have a great rest of your week and get out and vote today. Thanks so much.